A particle of mass 50 kilograms slides 4 meters from rest down the plane, inclined at an angle 30 degrees to the horizontal, against a resistance of 240 newtons. The bottom of the plane is 6 meters above the ground. Find A, the acceleration of the particle down the plane, B, the velocity of the particle at the end of the plane, C, the time taken to hit the ground, D, the horizontal distance from the bottom end of the plane to the point where the particle lands. Okay, the first step will be to draw a diagram of the forces acting on the particle. So here we have the particle, we have the weight of 50 g newtons acting downwards. We have this angle here of 30 degrees. We have a force acting up the plane because of the particle sliding down the plane of 240 newtons. The normal reaction to the particle with the plane is R. And we have an acceleration going downwards. We know that this distance is 4 meters and this angle is 30 degrees. And this distance here is 6. So if we take downwards as positive, as the whole thing is travelling downwards, then this force here will be 50g sine of 30 degrees. So if we resolve along the plane this way, we've got 50g sine 30 degrees acting this way. Against that, we've got 240 newtons, and according to Newton's second law, that will be equal to 50a. Rearranging that, we've got A is equal to, well, sine 30 is a half of 50 is 25, 25g minus 240 divided by 50, and that gives that A is 0.1 meters per second squared. So we've now got to find the velocity when it hits the end of the plane. It's going to travel through 4 meters. So using v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. And it starts from rest. So v squared will be equal to u plus 2 times 0.1 times 4, which is equal to 0.8. V will be equal to the square root of 0.8, which is 0.8944 meters per second, which to 3 centimeter figures is 0.894 meters per second. What we need to ensure is that we don't round this value off in future parts of the calculation. Right, part B, we're now going to need to find the time taken to hit the ground. Now, if you put a particle on something or block on something and let it slide down, you'll see that here it will do some projectile motion. So again, positive is downward, so the initial components will be, because it's 30 degrees, will be V cos 30 degrees, which is square root of 0.8 cos 30 degrees. And the vertical component of the initial velocity at this point will be V sine 30 degrees, which is square root of 0.8 sine 30 degrees. Time to reach the ground, we're going to use S is equal to U plus T plus a half AT squared. The U will be this value here. So that's going to be equal to 6, because it's going to go through 6 meters. So 6 is equal to the square root of 0.8 sine 30 times T plus a half GT squared, because we're taking positive as downwards, this is plus. Okay, rearranging this into a quadratic, we get 4.9t squared. And note that half of 0.8 is square root of 8 over 4, which is square root of 0.2. So square root of 0.2 times t minus 6 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic. Solve it using the quadratic formula or using the quadratic solver in the calculator. So it's minus b, so it's minus b minus square root of 0.2 squared plus or minus square root of 0.2 squared minus 4 times 4.9 times minus 6 over 2 times 4.9. So t is going to be equal to minus 1.153 seconds. That's not possible, but you should just acknowledge it, or t is equal to 1.061 seconds, which gives rounded off to 1.06 seconds. Now we have to calculate the horizontal distance here. So we need now to use the horizontal component of velocity. So x will be vt cos theta. So v is square root of 0.8 cos 30 times my value of my time that I calculated here, but don't use the rounded off one. And that gives me 0.8225 meters, which is 0.823 meters. So here we've done a video where a particle slides down the slope and then enters projectile motion. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.